That was a fun one, wasn't it? Oh, that one feels good. I can feel the confidence in the room rising. And that game had a little bit of everything, didn't it? But the one thing that stuck out to me the most was that funny exchange between Monahan and Hudson, where Monahan mistook, at least I think he mistook, his stick as Hudson's stick.
And you see the two of them battling and grabbing each other.
Excuse me, sir. I believe you've taken my stick. Quite sorry, I've lost mine. I'll need to borrow this one. But that's completely unacceptable. Excuse me, official. Do you see this? That man's taken my stick.
And he grabbed his and said, hey, I'll take it. And
here you are, good sir. Please take your stick. I have no need for it.
that is a penalty. You are not allowed.
Thank you, and apologies for that. I'll take my stick to the punishment box. Once again, apologies.
I thought it was awfully gentlemanly how it all played out, but this game got rough at times, so let's talk about it.
He punched you right in the head. He punched me right in the head.
I just have to get all my notes. In case you're wondering, I take down notes while I watch the game, and then I can go back in my video software and record the segments that I took notes for to put in my video. Tricks of the trade. You know what's another important trick of the trade? Asking up front for you to like and subscribe the video. Let's see if we can beat our like personal best score. What is our like personal best score? Holy smokes, I had a video 10 years ago that got 2,434 likes. But I think since switching to hockey content, it's 377 likes. Can we beat that? There's no doubt that I think that we can beat that. It just depends on how long it takes. Maybe not this video, maybe if it really pops off. But I've really been encouraged by the growth that I've been having on the channel and just the community, the hockey community and the Montreal fan community has been incredibly positive and kind of craving the positivity I think that I bring in this channel. I've even received compliments, feedback, and the offer to lend a helping hand whenever I needed one from one of the bigger members of the community, I think on YouTube, Hockey Junkie. If you haven't checked out Hockey Junkie's content, I don't know what you're doing. I think that his videos are constantly being fed to you if you're watching my videos. I love his brand of humor. I love his consistency, his editing. Really check out his channel if you haven't already. All right, so like I said, this game had a lot of action and a lot of different types of action. There's a fight, there's lots of goals, quite a few penalties, quite a few missed penalties, and it just led to a very entertaining game, especially if you were a Montreal Canadiens fan. So the lines were a little bit different this game. The key takeaway from the lines is David Savard's not playing. Upper body injury. During the intermission, they alluded that was being talked about, and they were wondering if it was concerning a trade. I didn't think it was about a trade, so I wasn't worried. Elliot Friedman confirmed it was not concerning a trade. Before the game started, they had a nice salute to former captain Shea Weber. You love to see it. Miss that guy like crazy, but we're going to get there. There's going to be individuals like Shea Weber wanting to come to Montreal someday. How many years? Ask me again in a couple of years. So starting off the game, both teams looked like they were coming out with some energy. Caden Gooley's even out there defending without a stick. But before too long, Montreal breaks the ice with a goal from someone who was certainly due to get one of these goals.
Suzuki after it, chipped it off the boards, dog fired it down, comes right to Caufield.
Mike Matheson, does that help out with his likability at all? The hate train's been running pretty steadily for Mike Matheson, but these last few games, he's been playing sound defense and he's been helping out in the offense department. Is he now taking his babyface turn? Time will tell. So now it's 1-0 Montreal. And that would do it for the first period, really, in terms of set piece moments. But with about 7 minutes left, they're taking a face-off in Montreal's zone, and this happens. I want to believe that Monahan thought that he was trying to grab his stick and that Hudson had dropped his own stick, but Monahan's body language doesn't really say that. Hudson definitely looks like he's confused and like, come on, man, what are you doing? That's my stick. What, like, anyway, I thought it was comical. Hudson is laughing about it. He's finding humor in it. Monahan kind of not really. At around 18:30 in the second period, Columbus gets a gift, but they can't capitalize. As I'm watching it, I'm pretty much reserved to Montreal leaving up a goal. But directly after that, Montreal goes the other way, and Newhook gets an opportunity himself. They're going blow for blow here, and I'm really liking the pace of the game. Montembeault's making some solid saves. He's having a good game, but at 12:20, Dante Fabbro strikes. What's neat about Dante Fabbro is he was just acquired by Columbus when he was put up on waivers. He looked really good this game. It's also a right shot D, and when he was put up on waivers, I definitely took a look at him. I think the hesitance with him is his salary is 2.5, I think. I could be completely wrong with that. When I do editing, I'll check to make sure. Anyway, Montembeault did not see this one. The only thing that could have went differently was if Montembeault had played the puck when it entered the zone. It was kind of dumped in and he could have played the puck. He could have gotten it out of the zone initially, but I think he hesitated and he saw that his guys were coming, so he just let it be. Then after kind of being the recipient of some physicality, Arber Xhekaj and Olivier decide at the face-off that they'd like to tango. So we get treated to this.
There, and now they're going to go at it. Two big customers here.
Both players trade penalties. It was a good tilt. Two heavyweights. The Arber Xhekaj fan club, I just want to say, close your ears because Arber fell to the short side of this one. Slightly. He definitely did better than hold his own. But this Mathieu Olivier guy, he's been getting his flowers for his scrapping techniques. So, you know, you win some of these, you lose some of them. Moving on from that unpleasantness, why don't we watch a Nick Suzuki goal, courtesy of Arber Xhekaj and Joel Armia.
Flex it in, it checks up for Arber Xhekaj. Armia to Nick Suzuki, cuts in, takes a shot and scores!
Incredible goal that wouldn't have happened if Xhekaj didn't press the play and then have Armia great sense to get it over to Suzuki. That's going to do it for the second period. 2-1 Habs. Moving on to the third period. This one is all Montreal. At 11:04, Lucas Condotta puts home a incredible snapshot, punishing the Columbus players after a turnoff and a feed from Joel Armia.
Now Heineman intercepts, tees up the long drive, and it's kicked out by Tarasov. Turned over again, Condotta.
That's his first goal of the season. I think that's his second goal in the NHL, and that's Armia's 6th assist. Armia's kind of hanging in there, but I'd like to see more. Don't blink because Jake Evans scores. Tip in courtesy of Cole Caufield.
Can rejoin the play as Caufield goes after the Blue Jackets' own. Centered in front, scores, Jake Evans.
It is now 4-1 Montreal. But what's this? Jaden Struble taking a high sticking penalty near the end of the game? That seems familiar. Columbus tries to get some steam back. They even pull their goaltender with 4 minutes left. But then Adam Fantilli takes an awful penalty against Caden Gooley. And then how did it work? I think they were on a 4-on-4. And then how does this work? I think they're on a 4-on-4 and Josh Anderson scores.
Dean Evason still decides to maybe get the goalie out if they get it down the ice. Matheson scores! Well, they won't worry about that now. Matheson.
This was a deflection from Mike Matheson, and Lane Hudson also gets his hand on that goal. So it's now 5-1 for Montreal. That kind of kills the momentum of trying to make some sort of passion comeback at the end of the game for Columbus. It slows down a lot from here, and Montreal wins it. 5-1 is your final score. So that was a fun game to watch. Kind of hard to recap for some reason. I was forgetting how the game unfolded. Who did I like during this game? Who was playing above their average? I'm going to say it. I'm going to say Montembeault. I haven't really come right out and said it, but I have my doubts about Montembeault. People are asking me, should he play for Team Canada? And that puts a lump in my throat, just thinking that he's being considered. But if you look at the other options, I mean, goaltending in Canada has fallen from grace. But when he's putting up these games where he is staying in like the mid 900s range for a save percentage, I mean, he looks good. He looks good. I was happy to see Matheson get that goal, and he also had an assist. So 2 points on the night. That's a pretty good night for Matheson, a goal and an assist. I will be the first to admit that I started to get pretty negative about Matheson, but these past few games, he's been playing a sound, smart defensive game, and he's definitely helping the team offensively. He's moving the puck forward, making mistakes, but not making the mistakes where the mistake leads to a goal. I think that's right where you should expect him to be playing. Making mistakes, but not mistakes that lead to goals, and that's what he was doing for most of the season. I was also impressed with Xhekaj tonight. The fight wasn't, it wasn't his best work, but it was a big tilt. Like, these are two big boys, and they were throwing. Not to mention, he got an assist tonight. I'd like to see him taking more shots. He's got a hard shot. He hit some poor guy with one of his shots tonight, and I thought, you know, he would have to take an ambulance home. Pandada, incredible. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him there. Me, j'aime ça la voir un goal pour Condota. He also plays scrappy, you know, he's out there. He's a gamer. He plays hard. I like the cut of his jib, whatever that means. Good to see Jake Evans get a goal, and good to see Caufield dishing it up for a goal. Caufield had his shots tonight. He wasn't able to put anything in. A couple of shots I said, you're supposed to be getting those in the net, Caufield, but I appreciate that he is dishing them off at the right times. I do want to see Caufield shooting more. You know, he's got a great shot. He was at that 30% shot percentage for a while. You can't complain about that. So yeah, man, take your shots. But if you see somebody with a better opportunity, you know what to do. And then Josh Anderson, I think, continues to demonstrate that his heart's really in the game. He's playing hard and he's getting rewarded. I mean, I wish he was rewarded more often. He's got 4 goals, 5 assists, 9 points. So half a point per game. That's what you expect at his ceiling, I think, at least historically. Probably want to see more. I could be wrong. He might have scraped it closer to 60% for points. But anyway, who didn't I like tonight? Man, there's not a lot. I mean, Newhook has been playing really good. He's been driving the plays. He'll take it right across the blue line, like every time. I feel like he's trying to kind of sacrifice his body. Heineman was just whatever, took a penalty. I think he only got like 8 minutes on the ice tonight. Andota was only on the ice for 6 minutes and he was able to get a goal. So Dvorak was all right. We got to see something from Slav. He's feeling it because he broke his stick, I think, in the first period after missing an opportunity. Brendan Gallagher looking scrappy as ever. Gooley +2 for the night. That's good. Struble +2, but made some mistakes, took a bad penalty. Justin Barron moving the puck around. Lane Hudson had just a normal, nothing too crazy night. And I think I went over everyone. But that's going to do it for me, Whiskey Fiends. Thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel. As always, really appreciate everything that you guys do. Really appreciate the individuals that are constantly commenting. I see repeat commenters all the time, just enjoying the discourse of the comment section. And hopefully you're seeing that I am responding to you in the comments and striking up some sort of a conversation down there. I really like looking at the comments and I appreciate and value your opinions about the game. So please, please, please comment below. Also like the video. It helps me with search results or algorithm stuff somehow. We want to try to break our record tonight. What was it again? 377, something like that. Let's see if we can do that. Subscribe if you made it this far, subscribe. I do content like this all the time. I think I've done every single game recap so far this season, and I plan on doing more general content. I will probably do content on other teams as well if it strikes me as interesting. Maybe they have an interesting night in Edmonton, or maybe they have an interesting night down in, what's a team I really like in the States, in Colorado. And as always, I'll see you down below in the comments.